Blue Eagles fielding in the usual troops for Coach Vince Mangulabnan. Meanwhile, for the boys in green, the changes between starting compared to Talisayan, who started in their last match. And Gutierrez, the setter for the Blue Eagles, will be serving it up first. Pick up there by Ceballos. Cacao goes for the quick to Nugala.
Call me?
Yeah, call me. You have my calling card. Let's see what Ateneo will do. They go to Pasino, gets that off the block. That came from that loss from LaSalle, because we saw that in the UST game.
Yeah.
We're talking about this because you saw how slumped they looked in their last match. They go to Ndungala with that back quick. On the other side, Ndungala will dump that over receive.
I think that's the story today for Ateneo, because FEU is such a great defense. They're good defenders.
Great attackers as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that Espartero kill. 1 point game. Batas with that serve that is going to shank away from the court, and that becomes a point. So the momentum swing is just so fast.
Yeah.
Mendoza with that serve over received between Onda Regalo. Serve coming from Gutierrez. Cacao adjusting. Saavedra with an answer. Return. Saavedra again to the block. Tip coming from Castro on the other side. Saavedra on the third try. This time it's blocked, but the block goes out.
Well, that's a better rally of this match so far. Sometimes when you don't get the toss that you want, you just try to put it in.
You hammer it because sometimes that energy would just push it through the net sometimes, but that is also an example of proper use of physics. Even covering themselves after hitting. Saavedra for the jump serve.
Good pass.
Batas swiping it over. Stays alive there for FEU. Batas will try again this time. Read well by Saavedra. Espartero off the blockers and outs. Saavedra again. They have a 3-point lead. Gopio with a tip on the other side. Between sets up Espartero, who uses his left.
How is Ateneo going to take advantage?
Let's see.
Yeah.
As they're down by 3. Oh! Mendoza, though, regains momentum for FEU.
Boy, that is a perfectly designed play.
Look at that again.
Blocker.
Yeah.
1.
Gutierrez will find a response on a running by Gopio. They have to really variate their attacks as well. Doesn't have to be the strongest of hits. It has just to convert to a point. Let's see what they do in the FEU side. Saavedra is the answer.
What are they going to do in the FEU side? Like what you said, convert to a point.
They'll follow what we said. Serve from Lyric. Salarzon will try. It's picked up there by Lyric between cross court. Popped up by De Castro. Gutierrez sets this one up to Salarzon. That's returned by FEU. Salarzon again on the third try. This time it shanks away from the court and converts. They're down by 3. Jet Gopio and the rest of the white shirts. Pick up by Espartero. Cacao goes up to between. It's really that delay of Ariel Cacao that confuses you if you're the blocker.
Yeah.
The side of Ateneo. Because Castro was nakaabang kay Ndungala. Pasino with a recovery.
Surprise, that element of surprise. So you have to get the backs also involved.
Cacao goes up to the back this time to Espartero. I think FEU is listening to us. They're following what we say. Change of guards here. Taluban injected in here. Serve coming from between. That setup going to Gopio. Changes things up for the Blue Eagles. The FEU squad is gunning to close this out in the next 2 sequences. Ndungala with that serve. Straight to Salarzon. They go up to Batas. Batas is denied there. It's going to be a point for FEU, and that is their set point advantage.
Yeah, you will have to realize that Kennedy Batas is going to be marked. So coverage.
They're down by 5 and they have 5 set points to save. Almagro to serve. Picked by Espartero, over received. Taluban goes up to Batas off the blockers. Ateneo stays alive here.
Yeah.
Down by 4.
And we like the defense of Ateneo right now.
They seem more focused, more locked in. That serve coming from Almagro. Ceballos was there. They go up to Espartero, who closes things off for the Tamaraws.
Ateneo just allowed 2 in that stretch.
Look at that again. Easy money for Cacao. Serves for FEU. Straight to Batas. Gutierrez going up to Pasino, and Ateneo opens things up pretty well here. The UAAP Varsity Channel or on One Sports Engineers together with Naringo. That serve coming from Gian Salarzon, and that tip coming from Dula and Dangala works for Dula going for his serve. Unconventional approach. They go up to Castro, who closes things off. It's also very frustrating if you're part of the team. Yung parang, grabe yung effort natin eh.
Oh.
Batas will try this time. Oh, what a block there. It's the net defense of FEU that's going to be challenged for Ateneo here.
So how do you counter that? If you're Ateneo, you have to be ready.
But the service game has been a challenge. Pasino there gets that one in. Cacao going for that quick. Right there by Pasino. They go up to Batas. Batas denied. This time to the other side to Pasino.
Wow.
Oh! Coverage has been missing on the side of the Blue Eagles. They did lead by 1. So this is the most.
Yeah.
Cacao this time going for that quick to Mendoza. On the other side, Salarzon tipping that over. Oh! He finally gets it. You know, they gave themselves that motivation that they actually can challenge FEU. As Cacao dumps that over. De Castro will set this one up for Salarzon. Off the block for Gian. For Ateneo. Lyric and the rest of FEU trying to trail behind and catch up. A weird position that they've had in this game. Salarzon with a tip. Between. Denied by the triple block, but the block goes out. That's going to be an FEU point off the block hit for Amit Between. The deficit is down to 3. That hit coming from Pasino.
Oh, good dig.
Cacao goes up to Saavedra. That it's going to be a point for FEU.
Mr. Clutch again.
Talking about Gian.
Yeah.
Copio with that serve. Oh, that's a rocket. They go up to Between, who was left with 1 blocker.
Great set by Cacao.
It's that delay. If you look at this, Cacao really has that delay. So if you're the blocker, strongest as they have a full front line. Cacao has the same as Between. Converts. Between has been being left alone several times already.
Since rewind play.
Yeah. It's the same. 4-point deficit for FEU. They go up to Salarzon. Blocked there by Dula. Cacao will choose Saavedra. Kept alive there by the Blue Eagles. Chance ball for FEU. Cacao goes up to Espartero. Oh, that was slowed down by Pasino. But nobody home to cover. They're succumbing to the pace of FEU. Castro going for that angle that goes in.
Cacao is getting too crazy about the wing hitters.
So look at this again. Another wing attack. This time it forces as Dula serves. Well, Ateneo has to get aggressive with the blocking, so you kind of understand as well. But Castro has been quite active here.
Boy, this is a great set for Ateneo. You said it, Sinjin.
Already earlier, you've been seeing Castro very active already as Espartero picks that one up. Nico with an easy over on the other side. Salarzon plays setter to Batas. Batas, oh! Getting that off the block. Saavedra with that serve. Picked up there by Salarzon. They go up to Batas, tipping that over. That converts.
That's a smart by Ken Batas. He saw a huge hole there.
Sometimes you might be too excited when you're leading against a team who is ranked #1. Espartero with that serve. Salarzon with that pickup. Gopio denied by the blockers. Gutierrez goes up to the opposite side from the back row. Was Pasino. Over that jump serve. Pick up there by between. Martinez goes up to Amit. Picked up by De Castro. Gutierrez pushes it for Salarzon, who gets a check. 6 points is the deficit of Lyric Mendoza and the rest of the green shirts. He goes for that serve, picked up by De Castro. They go up to Batas from the back row. Oh, that's a solid block.
Well, we always say that's a great response from the timeout. They're #1 so far.
Well, let's see if Ateneo will be able to tarnish things, or will FEU close this out.
Oh, what a dig.
Solid dig there from Ceballos. Saavedra off the hands of the blockers. Gutierrez goes up to Salarzon. Between was there on the cross. Over received. Castro gets a hand at it. Between off the hands of Batas.
Well, here come FEU.
They're down by 4. Let's look at that again. Between, of course, a subtle reminder from their captain as Castro hits that one through. Gala recovers, and 3 points becomes the story of this game.
Pretty animated player for FEU.
Gutierrez goes up to Pasino, who gets a check. Let's see. Gutierrez with that serve. That's an ace, and that closes things for the Blue Eagles.
Well, I'm looking at FEU still no Jalord Talisayan in their lineup.
Still not coming in as Saavedra overcooks that one.
Set.
The goal is to minimize it because you know they have the firepower. But those errors also gave the early lead to Ateneo, as Ateneo now starts off hot. Cacao serves. Picked up there by De Castro. Gutierrez goes up to Salarzon. Popped up by De Guzman. That is shanking away from the net.
Like the game against UP, right? 5 sets.
If you have the opportunity to defeat the Goliath, why not? That's going to work for Pasino, finding the line there. Oh, over Doug. There, Galo is popped up by between Saavedra. Oh, that's not going to stay alive. Great effort, though, from the Blue Eagles. For the Eagles. Serve coming from Castro. Oh, you're seeing how aggressive Ateneo is now. Yeah. 2 people jumping for their Galo against UP. Cacao having trouble with the reception, but Saavedra makes do. Dula, Nugala serves now. You're down by 2, talking about FEU. Gutierrez goes up to Pasino, who tips it over and gets the point.
Maybe he should get a bit more sets here in set number 3.
Let's see if Gutierrez will hear you. Gutierrez goes up to Batas, off the blockers between, keeps it alive. Over Doug. Gutierrez will dump this over and get a point for the Blue Eagles.
That was smart. That was so smart.
To serve now. Interceptions. FEU has more by 2. Salarzon with it off the block hit. Between will answer. Denied by the triple block, but that's out. So it's now a 1-point game. Isa na lang ang kailangan ng FEU.
Wow.
Pasino with an answer. Everything's on you. 2-point lead. Gutierrez with that serve. Picked up there by Ceballos. They go up to Saavedra from the back row. Now he's getting his playbook back. Cacao to serve. Gutierrez goes up to that quick to Castro on the other side. It's over-received. Salarzon and Castro connive for that one. Between will answer back. They get a check. Tied at 10. Master of tooling so far. Cacao. Batas with that reception. He got to Pasino, who's been the lifeblood of Ateneo.
Yeah.
Between with a serve, 11 all. Picked up by De Castro. They go up to Batas, who gets that one through. It's returned, it rebounds, and it's out for the white shirts. Castro with that serve, picked up by Ceballos. They go up to Saavedra. Closes it. 12 all. Let's see how Ateneo will respond. Dula with that serve. Gutierrez goes up to Batas. Tipping that over. Cacao was there. Setup coming from between. Tandok will answer off the block. That's in.
Well, the rare wrong decisions by Drix Saavedra.
Yeah. Pasino with that serve. Ceballos with that reception. What a reception. Oh! Between from the pipe. Pick up there by between. Pick up to Mendoza. As they regain the lead by 2. Tandok continues to serve. Picked up there by De Castro. Gutierrez will put this up for Salarzon. Oh! They get it checked. Gopio to serve. Pick up there by Ceballos. Cacao going up to between. Cross court was open. And he said it's open fire. 2-point game. That serve coming from Lyric. Gutierrez going up to Pasino, who gets that one through.
And with that kill earlier, Bituin is the one for FEU.
Wow. So let's see if Amil and Amit still go at it as they're up against each other. But Castro says he'll add one more. Gutierrez goes for the serve. 2 points already. One on attack, one on an ace. He doesn't get another one. As Saavedra goes up to between. Popped up by Batas. Gutierrez goes up to Salarzon. Cross court. Ceballos unable to handle that one.
Oh, what a time for Salarzon to catch fire here.
Let's see if it continues. That serve coming from Gutierrez. Between, though, has been fiery hot here. Cacao with that serve. Taluban goes up to be quick. That works for Castro. 1 point lead for the Blue Eagles as Salarzon serves. Better release. Cacao goes up to between with a delay, and that works for Amit.
Well, you have Ken Batas in front and Pasino. What a time for that to happen.
Let's see if they'll be able to maximize that on the side of Ateneo. Great dig there coming from Almagro. Taluban sets us up to Batas, but a solid block coming from Dick Saavedra. Probably it's a strategy for Coach Ed as Talisayan goes for the serve. Taluban sets up Pasino from the opposite side. It's returned by FEU. Taluban again goes up to Batas, this time with adjustments. Tandok will make do and converts for FEU inside the court. Because every time he does that, it kind of works.
Yeah.
Let's see, Taluban going up to Gopio. On the other side, Cacao goes to Saavedra. Popped up there by Taluban. De Castro pops it up for Batas. He's denied. Oh, coverage unavailable for Ateneo.
That's what you need from Kennedy Batas here.
FEU crowd starting to get hyped up here as they're up by 2 and 2 points away from closing this out. Pasino gets that point. Pasino with that serve.
Good serve.
Oh, that's an ace to tie things at 23.
UP brought them to 5 sets, and then now Ateneo's challenging them. It's like coach is saying, come on.
Saavedra with that serve. They have set point to their favor. Oh, Batas is closed out, and FEU gets set number 3.
Mendoza has gotten Batas' number today. 2 huge blocks on the 8th hitter of Ateneo.
Silenced easily. Serve now coming from Cacao. Castro trying that time, but Dungala has just been the wall for FEU.
Party.
Well, he always starts it hot for FEU. However, this time he was tooled as that hit goes out.
You have to say, Amigo Espartero had a good rest.
Yeah.
So, fresh legs for this rookie.
Pasino getting that off the hands of Cacao.
With warm regards.
Sign off pala. Serve coming from Dula. Gutierrez going to Batas. Getting that one through the blockers this time.
Try to get, maybe target the high hands, get some fingertips.
Not impossible. Oh! Between detonates.
Boy, this has been the main play for FEU. No, the slow.
Saavedra picked up by Batas. Gopio gets one through.
Well, the different options.
Just to add some options.
Yeah.
Pasino for his jump served. Oh, that's sharp and that's in the line. And then PVL having their game 2 of the finals tomorrow. Then the UAAP ongoing.
Yes.
Busog na busog sa volleyball. Tulad ng busog na busog sa sets si Amit Between.
Your ace hitters in Salarzon and Batas having a slow day.
Yeah.
But they're close. They're keeping it close with FEU.
They have to play catch up here and keep it close as Lyric serves that one. They go up to a running Gopio. You've been asking for a run. He does.
And remember in the huddle, Coach Vince was saying, laban na natin to. Give it all. No room for second guessing.
Yes, it has to be very sure, very intentional already. Serves now. They're down by 3. Saavedra denied by Salarzon. Saavedra again, this time through the blockers. That's off the hands of Batas. And it's unsurprising. Between with a serve this time. Oh, that's popped up there by Ateneo, but that's over. Doug and Saavedra closes things off. Tough battle for Coach Vince and the rest of the Blue Eagles. NU and UE are up next. So NU is going to be a juggernaut to face as Pasino recovers a point.
It is still possible to come back here, but it has to start now. Whoa, that's a good start. A serve.
Ateneo needs when Batas and Salarzon have been missing in action. He already has 18 points in this match as Ateneo tries to keep it close. Batas trims the deficit down to 5 as he goes for another one.
Another good serve, yeah.
Cacao goes to Espartero. He's denied! The blocking working for Ateneo this time.
Tighten up.
Batas now for the serve. Picked up there by Espartero. Cacao. Blocked there by Salarzon. De Castro going up to Pasino. Popped up by Saavedra. The tip coming from between. They go up to Gian. He's denied. Great coverage on the side of Ateneo. Gian again on the second try. This time it finds the corner for Salarzon.
We have to say
3 points is the story of this game. 3 points to tie things up for Ateneo. 3 points to close things out for FEU. Make that 2 points to tie things up as Mendoza now serves. Picked up there with Batas. Gutierrez goes up to Pasino. Coverage was there. Gutierrez goes up to Salarzon this time. And the block goes out. As we see Mark Espejo, Rex Intal, of course, together with Sumanggid, and Chu and Jiga, cheering their alma mater. Between brings FEU to match point advantage. Cacao now serves for the match. Batas with that pickup, that dump coming from Gutierrez. Let's see what Cacao will do. He goes to Between, who gets that off the blockers. On the other side, Gutierrez chooses Pasino. Oh, Ateneo still alive here.
Yep, they are still in it.
That serve coming from Gutierrez, full front line for Ateneo. Oh, solid block, timely block there for Castro. Gutierrez with that serve, Ceballos with that pickup. Cacao goes up to Between. Oh! And And how poetic it is! Stars just aligning for FEU.